Hey everybody, welcome back. In the shop today, kind of a rainy day. So, got the 548 white plow here, 4 bottom, 16-inch plow pulled in, hooked up to the TW5. Series 2. Got it in the shop here. Like I said, it's a 548 white. I always thought it was a 508, but doing more research, kind of figured out it's actually a 548. So, anyways, pile of parts here, Wareparts, new plowshares, some shins, a couple landslides, hardware. I know earlier this year I was having problems getting the plow on the ground. The plowshares were wore out. I knew that. They were back ordered. Still are. 16, 18-inch plowshares. I haven't found any yet. Shoop, any of the catalog, CFC distributors, a couple other ones, all back ordered, 16-inch parts. And 18 and up. So these actually are 14-inch plowshares. Bolt holes actually lined right up. Thing with a white plow, Oliver plow. Because if you don't know that, white equipment bought an Oliver back in the day. Just painted the plows red. There actually are green parts on here because, well, this is the same as an Oliver plow. But here's a 14-inch share on a 16-inch bottom. Hold it up here for you. Not much difference. The holes all line up from a 14, 16, 18-inch. The only thing, an 18-inch would be longer. Have another hole out here. But 14 and a 16, I'm going to run it. Not much difference. We're just plowing corn stalks. So if we were plowing sod, I might be more concerned, but just for corn stalk ground, we'll be okay. I actually run 16-inch shares on my 18-inch John Deere 4200 rollover plow, so it'll work. So we're going to get on to switching them out. Then shins look good on the back 3 bottoms. Going to replace this shin though, it's getting wore. Just hopped over the other side of the plow now, and as you can see, that landslide needs to be replaced. That's what it's supposed to look like. That's what that one looks like. So we're going to switch that one out, and I don't know, one of the other ones I think. So we're going to get on to it. So here are the bolts I got to take out to remove the share off the bottom of the plow. This part here that it bolts to is actually called the frog. That's kind of what everything on the plow bottom bolts to. So I really don't think they're going to come out too easy, too promising. So I think we're just going to use the fire wrench on them and take them out that way. Alright, there we have it off. See, torch the bolts off. Kind of missed that second one in right here. It's right along the frog. I kind of missed part of the nut, so. But there's the 4 holes it bolts up to. Alright, so there's your 4 bolt holes. Now your plowshare just goes on here, and then you put the bolts in. Now these are the bolts they actually use. a plow bolt. I always call it a clip-headed bolt. As you can see, it's kind of oblong, and it's tapered. And then here on your plowshare, drops in, and it pulls in flush, so that your dirt slides over it, doesn't hang up, build up. And because it's oblong and tapered, it locks itself in there. So there you go. Put them 4 in, tighten them up, and 3 more to go. I'll check in with you. So I got us a little old part, new part action here. Got the old part, the new part. So got the old bolts here on the back. I'll drop them in the hole. Line them up. Just wore down a little bit. Just a little. Keep in mind, these are 14-inch shares, so they are a little shorter, but not that much. But as you can see, just a little wear. So this spring, I know I had a video, short plowing video, said it wasn't going in the ground very well. This is kind of the problem here. You know, we weren't getting a point to actually, you know, want to grab, dig into the ground, and then suck the plow down in. Over time, you know, they're deep suck plowshares. They should suck the plow into the ground. So, on the back, you see the rib is pretty well gone on there because the frog is right here. So, wasn't much left to them. Got my money's worth out of them. Alright, so we're going to put this plowshare on. So there's 4 bolts that go in. This first bolt is a 1/2-inch bolt diameter. The other 3 are 7/16. So put our nut, get this one started. Get our other 3 in. Just like that, she's ready to go out plowing. All right, well, got 3 more to do. Check in with you next. Alright, so we got our wore out landslide and our new one. So, yeah, this one's, well, pretty well shot. Definitely say so. I think it's wore out. So, actually what the landslide does here, this rides this way as you're plowing, and your plow is cutting and throwing your dirt that way. This runs along the inside of the furrow against the wall to keep the plow from pivoting or swinging this way. You know, that holds your side draft, keeps your plow running straight to the furrow. So these replacement landslides actually have a wear pad that bolts on like that, where these older ones didn't. The ones that are on the plow, I don't see any holes in them where, you know, that actually still is. for that side wear plate. So I think I'm gonna adapt them over eventually, all change 2 this year, 2 next year. The other ones have a lot of life left in them, so I'm just gonna change the 2 worst because they are like 50, 60 bucks a piece, and they don't really wear out that fast versus your other wear parts. So I'm gonna use them up, the ones that are on there. So alright, so you see in that last clip I knocked that landslide off, and I got everything else off. That's the one I put on. So I'm gonna go ahead and put them all on now, everything on, and we'll be ready to put it in some dirt. Alright, so it's been a few hours. Quit, did chores, milked and everything, so back in here. It's about 8:30, quarter to 9. You can see before chores I got that new share and that shin on that front bottom. I got all the shares on the other 3 bottoms, I mean. So gotta put these 2 landslides on, the 2nd and the 4th bottom. This is the one that was nothing left to it, and made a decision to change this one out. You can see it's supposed to be straight across the bottom there, so that one's starting to wear off. So figured I'd change it before it gets worse, and then it actually starts to wear down that part of the frog there. So figured I'd change them out, and should be done. I already greased it all the other day, so I'll throw them on and I'll check back with you. Alright, so we're going to put this landslide on. So this is our landslide piece. See, the holes are squared out. To take the plow bolt, which is squared, kind of like a carriage bolt, so it can't turn. 3 different lengths. Shortest one in the front, longest in the middle, medium bolt goes in the back. Found it's easier to start off at the back. Bring the back bolt in because you got to line this brace up to the frog. Alright, so got them tightened up. I got these 2 holes punched here for this wear plate. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on. So they actually gave me a long bolt and a short bolt, but that would be if the plow, this brace was different, and it would use that hole to hold that brace instead of this one, because then they actually give you a half nut. They'd give you a half nut to put in there on this bolt to space that, and then if you had the other style brace, you'd use a longer plow bolt to go through that and bolt that. But don't need that, so actually grab a short bolt here out of the bolt bin here. Had some extra plow bolts, so got them on. Let's put the nut on. Come on, start. Got 1 and 2 is right here. All right, I'll get them started and tighten it up and check back with you. All right, so there we have it. Got that landslide on and the wear plate, everything tightened up. So we changed the one on the 4th and the one on the 2nd bottom. For right now, the 1st and the 3rd both have a lot of life left in them. So we'll run them this fall, maybe change them in spring. I don't think we're going to do any spring plowing though, unless I plow up some sod ground, but yeah, I don't, as of right now, I don't think we'll be doing any spring plowing, which I'd rather do all my plowing in the fall. So, but the plan is what we're going to plow is some corn stalks we combined, and the plan is to actually seed that down in spring with alfalfa grass mix with either peas and barley or trit and peas, nurse crop. Take that off for forage. So I like to plow all that corn stalk, that trash under, just to have a good clean seed bed, because alfalfa seed's small, so don't want to really be trying to seed into that trash. And then depending on time and weather and that, got another field I want to plow under. We're going to seed down to just oats for grain. So there's a lot of corn trash out there too. So just want to bury that, so we got a clean seed bed for that. So yeah, I know maybe somebody's going to give me a hard time. I mean, all summer the crop update videos and that were from my no-till ground, and then here I am, got the old moldboard plow. But actually, it's kind of funny, my neighbor kind of gave me a hard time about that I talk about no-till, but I still plow. So actually, quite a bit of our ground is actually tilled, either chiseled or moldboarded. But then again, I really don't use the chisel plow much anymore. Most of it's actually with the toolbar set up from the custom manure hauler. It's actually the primary tillage, so more of just shallow incorporating 4 to 6 inches of manure and whatever trash, maybe 8, but mostly it's 4 to 6, that range. And then, yeah. So I think we're going to end it here. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. Have a good one. Bye.